A warning tonight from police if you park your car or your business truck outside. Thieves are sliding underneath and sawing off a very expensive part of your vehicle.
10 TV reporter Kevin Landers explains how a major bust in Franklin County may help slow down the thefts of catalytic converters. But 10 Investigates talked with detectives who say unless lawmakers fix a loophole in Ohio law, the crimes will continue.
They hit these a lot because they're up high off the ground. They can get under real quick and get out.
Susan White is talking about her fleet of employee transport vans.
This side you can probably see better.
She showed us where thieves crawled under one of her vans and sawed off the catalytic converter, which is part of the truck's exhaust system.
We've had 6 of them gone.
6 vans, 6 catalytic converters. Inside a converter are precious metals like platinum, rhodium, and palladium, some worth more than gold. Today, the catalytic converters under White's fleet are protected with a steel cage to prevent thieves from taking them. They weren't cheap to replace.
It's about $1,500 per vehicle.
Groveport Police Detective Josh Gilbert tied the catalytic converter thefts of Susan White's vans to 15 others throughout the city of Groveport. All of them, he says, were at the hands of this man, 41-year-old Tommy Cox of Columbus, a father of 5 and a grandfather.
Basically, Mr. Cox was paying individuals to go cut catalytic converters as well as cutting them himself.
Before his arrest, police say Cox was the leader of a catalytic converter theft ring that spanned these 5 counties, and he was able to find his victims using a $30 piece of technology that's used to find your car keys.
So this is a simple Apple AirTag.
Detective Gilbert says Cox would place the tracking device under someone's car and wait for them to park.
We found this one in Muskingum County. Okay, it was underneath a vehicle that was cut. The converter was missing.
Cox lived in this South Columbus home. It's heavily surrounded with surveillance cameras. Police say he used them to help escape capture at least once. When SWAT did catch him and his girlfriend, Shannon Vance, they found guns, a credit card making machine, along with catalytic converters. Police connected Cox to more than 1,000 of them. But how could he sell so many? Ohio law only allows one person to sell 1 catalytic converter per day per scrapyard.
Apparently, he found this loophole. He's one of the first ones that we've come across that have found this loophole.
That loophole allows anyone who forms a business with the Secretary of State's office to sell as many catalytic converters as they want. And it doesn't require people to prove ownership, which may explain why Ohio ranks number 8 in the country for the most catalytic converter thefts.
This does affect everybody because it drives up insurance rates and things of that nature. So in a sense, everybody's a victim.
So what's being done to stop the thefts?
I've had about 8 to 10 of these catalytic converters stolen from a property that I own.
State Representative Bob Young introduced a bill in September of last year to make it harder for crooks to sell bundles of catalytic converters.
If the scrap metal dealers, frankly, were policing themselves, they wouldn't be looking at additional regulations.
Young says his bill would close the scrap metal loophole.
The biggest thing the bill's going to do is require that scrap metal dealer to show proof of ownership for every single catalytic converter that they're purchasing.
Detective Gilbert says the law could be better by eliminating cash payments to scrappers. As for Tommy Cox, he's sitting behind bars with 32 felony counts and a bond of $4 million.
He got a higher bond than most murderers.
As for people like Susan White, she has a message for those who park outside.
For what we've spent, you need to have them in a secure place where people can't get in.
Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
All right, so what can you do to protect your car if you can't park inside of a garage? Well, we have some tips from the International Auto Theft Investigators. They say engravers specialized in metal labels and high-temperature exhaust spray paint can help deter thieves. Lastly, make sure you have comprehensive insurance to protect your car in case of theft. So 2 things you can do right now. Now, if you have an issue you want 10 Investigates to look into, we want to hear from you. Just email us at 10investigates@10tv.com.